Last time on Exit the Guncheon, 4 cultists narrowly escaped the collapsing Coliseum. They wandered through doorways and found themselves with new powers, mysterious brands, and inside a medieval tavern. It isn't 2021 anymore, folks. Will these travelers make it out alive? The story continues now. Exit the Guncheon contains themes not suitable for all audiences. Themes such as self-harm, mental illness, death, gore, child endangerment, and the feeling of utter meaninglessness in a cruel and callous universe. There's also swears. If you're uncomfortable with any of those subjects, this may not be the show for you. Additional content warnings can be found in the description. If you're sticking along for the ride, enjoy. Alright, as you enter into the village, this is what you see. You leave out of the tavern, which is the big building with the purple neon sign on top of it, and the entire marketplace here is surrounding this giant well, like I said before, which has these wooden panels on it and sort of a wood overhang where hangings happen. And there is a noose on top of it, and it's just sort of this big centerpiece of the entire village.
Well, that looks like the marketplace where he said that his keg of goo is supposed to be. He said that we shouldn't have any trouble, and I should just be able to walk up and ask for his shipment of goo.
Isaac is gonna sort of get close to George, kind of like trying to like hang back to like quietly or whatever.
Hey, George, I think what you were saying about time is right, because it's medieval, but none of my medieval fairy tale books have neon signs and stuff on them. So this is kind of like, what do you think? It's like a mash of time?
Yes, there is no time. There is no time anymore.
That means there's no bedtime!
Well, it certainly explains you. And he's going to say, "Here, come. Let's take a look around." And he doesn't go. And he's going to try it. Can he bring you to the astral plane as well? Can we just?
You can enter the astral plane, but you can't force somebody.
Not going to force. Invite. It was not meant to be. I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
But let's get a look around. And I'd just like to kind of, as everyone is looking around, I'd like to stay in the astral plane and just kind of like observe, get a quick observation.
As you enter the astral plane, you see some other cultists that are also sort of vibing around the astral plane. You do notice that the area is much larger, but you get a feel that the area itself is more confined than it appears. So like you see the sky, you see vistas in the distance when you're actually standing in the village itself, but you feel as though the village the world doesn't go beyond the walls of the village. Astral plane itself is confined within the walls of the village. All of you outside the village also notice from this access point, you can pretty much see the entire circumference of the village walls, and there is no exit. There's no gate, there's nothing. It's just full wall. But then, George, while you're in the astral plane, the well is glowing. It's glowing this vibrant blue aura that's meshing with the gold and the purple that makes up the astral plane.
So I'll come back and I'll say, everyone, look around. It appears we can't go further than the village walls here. But I did see the well glowing.
Okay. You saw that in the astral plane?
I did, and I just get this impression that seeing things in the astral plane is a little closer to what is actually around us than what we're seeing here.
Okay. So that might have something to do with what that voice was telling us, is that this universe is not what it seems.
Perhaps. Here, I brought you a travel goo cup.
Are you drinking a 7th goo?
I'm giving him the travel.
That was my
cup.
travel that he had in the solo cup.
Yep.
So that would be 7?
Yeah.
Yep.
Roll a d66.
God. It's so good, though, and good for you.
So
44.
much.
I didn't think we were going to be doing this so soon. Oh, interesting. So you have obtained the obsessive trait. This means you must push every dice roll, even if it was successful. For a reminder, pushing is a mechanic. You can re-roll all of your rolls if you'd like. However, when you push a roll, you keep every 1 and every 6. You re-roll all of the dice that weren't 1s or 6, and for every 1, you're going to lose a sanity. And then for every 6, it's just an additional success.
Shit, I should be pushing.
Okay, so obsessive trait.
For the rest of the game, or unless you lose the trauma somehow, you have to push every single roll that you do.
Have to push it. So push every roll. Okay. So when I push a roll, is that just one roll after my initial roll, or do I have to keep doing it until I get 6s and 1s?
So just the one. So it's just the one. So you roll all the 6s and 1s stay. You re-roll the rest of the dice. and then whatever that second roll is the final.
Got it. Cool. I
Do
mean,
we
that's
notice a
not bad.
change? Do we notice a change in Angelo when he becomes obsessive after
His pupils get like super dilated, and I mean, what is the obsession? Is it the goo?
Oh man, this is making me feel like really confident. I need this confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with this goo.
I think you should calm it down a bit. I mean, you just got us a quest, which is great, but...
Get off my goo, man! Sorry, Wyatt. Let's go find this keg of goo.
I would caution you against consuming...
It's hot out here. It's hot out here, guys. It's just the humidity.
Interesting.
I think he might be tweaking.
Yeah, I think you're right, Isaac.
Isaac goes, he might be on tweak mode.
He's gone from gooing to gooning.
Isaac, where did you learn that word? Wait, Isaac, where are you
The
from?
boss.
Okay. The school bus.
School
Like a
bus.
school bus or like the cult bus? Because I know we have one. I'm just...
Yeah, we do have a communal cult bus.
Well, there's
Yeah,
more
I
than
mean,
one, right?
how
You
else
gotta
did we
think
get here?
there's the West Coast. There's the West Coast bus. You forgot about.
That's
Right. Right.
We have the West Coast chapter.
There's the Northeastern.
This is like an Idaho chapter that's kind of its own.
Yeah.
Isaac,
We don't talk about that, though.
unless George is not chill with it, I feel like when George went into the astral plane, Isaac got nervous and grabbed like onto his little like shirt sleeve, like the robe, like on his
The
arm.
long part of the robe.
Yeah, just kind of like grabbed onto that because he was afraid. But he wants to make his way to the well that George was talking about, so he's just kind of like lightly tug on it.
Do you want to go look at the well that you were talking about? I'll go with you if you're scared.
Let's take a look. And yes, you should come with me. So should we all enter the should we all project a little bit here, or Wyatt, would you like to stick around and protect our flesh?
I'll keep an eye out. I don't really trust the situation that we're in right now, and we really don't know what the hell's going on, so someone needs to stay back, I think.
So
But while they're doing that, we'll be like checking things around and trying to find us something like clothes to blend in a little bit better with the locals and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like a wizard hat?
Let's address the well first. And will Angelo be entering the astral plane as well?
No, I'm looking for the goo. All right, I'm on
Okay.
a mission.
So we're at a 3-party split here. We're going to start with the well. So both Isaac and George make your way to the well. And are you going to enter the astral plane?
yes.
Okay. So as you approach the well in the astral plane, Isaac is too, I assume.
Yes, which...
Yes, so this is the first time that anybody has entered the astral plane with Isaac. The form that you see of Isaac is a little 10-year-old boy, brown curly hair, looks like a human boy. As far as like the astral projection of a 10-year-old human boy.
It's blonde, curly hair, and brown eyes. I'm sorry. It's just it matters.
Yes, no, you're right. You're so right. It's your character.
Stop changing the Isaac lore, man. I'm writing this shit down.
About the Isaac. So you see Isaac's true soul, which is this child.
Well, Isaac, let's take a look at the well.
So you approach the well, which you see this sort of radiating bluish aura glow around it. Peeking down into the well, you don't see a bottom. Like there is no discernible bottom to it, but you do feel the bottom of the well calling to you, as if something is drawing you into it. Would you like to make a wits roll? Would either of you like to make a wits roll?
I'm always making wits rolls if I can help it.
Yes.
And I'm going to
Sorry,
push
yes,
it.
Isaac will also be.
Okay.
I had 1 6, so I'm gonna reroll the 4.
You said this
other
was
die.
wits, right?
Yes.
So 2 successes and 1 failure, which is a 1,
Okay.
or 1 is a 1. So reduce my sanity by 1.
Yes. And what are your talents, George?
My talents: Dreamer and Backstabber. Probably shouldn't say that other one out loud, but
Probably not.
What is Dreamer do?
plus
for you?
2 Hope. So I was Hope maxing
Okay.
earlier.
Right. Okay. So with your successes, and actually mixed with the loss of sanity, it sort of feels like a hallucination. It almost feels like history that you kind of internalize. You don't see anything visually, but you basically hear the sounds of what you can only surmise is a hanging that happened here. You hear a crowd chanting. You hear the lever being pulled. You hear a neck cracking. You hear a body dropping, but you don't hear the body hit the ground. You never hear the thud of the second impact, and then that all fades away, and you're just back with Isaac. Isaac, you did not experience any of that.
Something happened here. Something worth investigating. I'm not going to tell Isaac about. Isaac, you remember your parents, Isaac? He's feeling more comfortable talking to Isaac in this
Great
form.
question, actually.
Isaac is like picking flowers.
I mean, I feel like if you have certain memories, those would be.
Yeah, Isaac remembers
think
his
so.
parents. I feel like.
Yeah, I remember my parents.
Grandparents.
Grand?
He's just trying, basically fishing to see if anyone has died that you know about. You know about death. He's really not a pet.
Oh yeah, I had a dog named Lucky. I don't see her anymore though.
Yeah, that can happen.
Mom sent her away. She said that she had to go to a special farm for really lucky dogs, which is why they took her, because her name was Lucky. And I never saw her again.
I guess I would also say, for the sake of lore, Isaac's voice is normal in the astral plane. He wouldn't have a robotic.
Yeah, so that was the thing that I was trying to work on because I had not thought about that.
Interesting.
And so,
I like it.
but then a question started being lobbied to me, and I was like, oh, damn, wait a minute. I'm not ready.
Sorry.
I wasn't prepared for this kind of.
So it seems like Isaac has experienced loss.
Yeah, so I'll say,
Some
look,
form.
the moral of the story is something happened here. Say, an unlucky human who was sent away to some kind of special farm as well. Perhaps that farm is at the bottom of the well. We're not sure. Maybe we can find them. Let's return to the others. See what they've seen. If they found
So,
our barrel.
Wyatt,
Yes, sir.
what have you been up to?
In the meantime,
Well, they've been astrally.
why they've been astraling and having talks about death. Wyatt's just been kind of, again, surveying the area, just trying to see if there's any sort of weird activity from any particular people. Anyone's acting suspiciously, like super suspicious, obviously, because it's medieval times.
No, people are kind of just going around. Their
Just
business.
general-
People are engaging in the markets.
Okay.
Buying goods or like trading goods, going into houses, coming out of houses. You do roll wits. Roll a wit. Roll for me.
Such a high.
Wit is awesome. I love it.
Such a high stat.
Intuition.
Can I push?
Sure.
A,
mechanic
B,
and then-
P. Always be pushing.
Always be pushing. So what, do I just re-roll?
So you reroll anything that was not a 1 or a 6.
Okay, so that's all three of them. It was 5, 5, 4. That's worse. That's fine.
And then anything that is a 1, you'll take insanity damage.
No, it was 3, 3, 2. They all literally just went down one.
So nothing. So nothing. Okay. And Angelo is doing something.
Do I have to roll anything for the clothes and stuff? That was also.
Would you like to try to get clothes?
Yeah,
There are like markets and shops and stuff. Yeah, there's like medieval clothing. R Us.
Is there any way for me to try and take them without paying?
Yes. If you'd like to steal,
Yeah, Wyatt.
Yes, you can steal.
Wyatt has no qualms, so he doesn't.
you'd have to make an agility roll.
Perfect. Does my athlete count towards that?
What is that? What is that?
That one's plus 2 to rolls for jumping, climbing, running, and similar actions. So I would imagine trying to be
Stealing,
quiet,
like running. Yeah, sure.
like trying to be like.
It's fun.
you
No, it's fun
Okay.
if you yeah.
Okay. And you said agility, which would be
Yes.
5 of those guys. Okay, I have 2 6s. Because if it's plus 2 to the rolls, right?
You just roll 2 additional die.
2 additional ones. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, so it's additional die. Got it. Okay. No, those no 6s.
Okay, so you got 2 6s though.
No,
no,
I was
oh,
no. I thought it was
Oh,
adding
if it was
in addition to
in
the rolls.
addition to.
Yeah.
Got it. So no. Okay. So you attempt to steal from somebody. The medieval goods are us, and you're spotted.
Of course.
You get spotted.
Shit.
The person who spots you, the shopkeep there, says, "Thief! Thief! Get the thief!" And out of one of the buildings comes 2 guards in guard attire, medieval knight armor, and they're going to attempt to detain you. It's like, halt! You must be due processed for the crimes of thieving.
Wyatt's gonna as soon as. Hold on, I wasn't trying to steal it. I was just almost tripped, tried to catch myself.
Roll empathy.
I have money. I can pay for this.
We coming back yet, or are we back in our?
I think you guys are probably back at this point. Angelo is looking for goo.
Yeah, I'm going to the market.
I think you probably do. You kind of are honed in. You got the goo sense that's tingling right
Yeah.
now, and I think you find the keg that is like goo for the tavern painted on the side.
Okay. Is anybody like monitoring it? Is there a shopkeep there or anything? It's just a
No.
keg. All right. I try to lift it up.
Big. It's very heavy.
Okay. So I tip it over and start rolling it.
Okay, perfect. And he's doing that while you are now dealing with this. So you guys snap out.
So
of
we
the
come
after play.
back and we see Angelo rolling a barrel, and we see Wyatt being
And
arrested.
Wyatt- Yes.
My sweet, sweet goo. Oh,
So,
sweet.
Wyatt's pulling
make
his
your
wallet
empathy
out.
roll here for the lie that you just told.
Yeah, I got a 5 and a 1, so...
The guards say, it appears that you're lying to us, which is another charge. Lying to the police is a huge crime, massive crime. So, the punishment is hanging. You're going to be hanged. As he proceeds to attempt to detain you.
As I'm rolling my goo, see what's going on with Wyatt, I'm like, hey, well, what are you guys doing harassing my laborer?
The guard is going to yell, he was stealing!
Stealing?
He was stealing from someone.
Hold on. I roll my barrel of goo over there. Stealing? We're laborers for the tavern right here. He was sent over there with something to do. Wyatt, were you able to get what you're supposed to?
Well, I was about to until these assholes decided to come up and hassle me.
Calling me an asshole is another crime.
All right,
on the list. You're
Wyatt,
gonna be hanged twice now.
You need to have a step back. Officer,
You can't
I'm so
hang someone
sorry.
twice. They only die once.
Officer,
Just you watching.
Officer, I apologize for my labor. He's not been with all of his wit.
Wyatt will remember that.
Hey, you know me. You've seen me around town. It's Angelo. And I stick my hand out to him.
I think that's an empathy roll as well.
Yeah. And so
Hey,
what
it's
I'm
like
doing...
Angelo.
How many guards are there in the meantime?
Just
Sorry.
2 right now.
Isaac would like to go up to one of them and just sort of tug, like, on his cloak.
Have you seen my sister? I got lost from her and I can't find her.
No.
You didn't even ask what she looks like. You don't even know anything about her.
That's
And that's why they're assholes, Isaac.
If she looks like you, no, I've never
She
seen
doesn't
anything.
look like me. She looks more like our mom. She has brown hair and bangs, and she's taller than I am. And last time that I saw her, she also was wearing one of these robes.
So he goes to a little walkie-talkie on his lapel, and he speaks into it, and he says, "We're gonna need backup in the marketplace."
So I
They
rolled
have walkie-talkies?
3 6s.
Just from a kid
okay.
trying to find his freaking sister, bro? That's crazy. Get the paddy
what is
wagon.
it?
I'm
Fly
trying to
Mouth
like
3D?
relay and charm to this guard.
He says, "Yes, you're on a quest. I see you're glowing. You're on a quest. Obviously, I can see the barrel is for the tavern keep. It looked like you were rolling it that way. You're good, dude. Go ahead. You're good to go. This guy, however, was stealing."
Typical asshole
George is
talking
gonna
to
walk
you.
up to Angelo. He's gonna walk up and he's gonna say, "I did see a vision in the well. It might be best for them to have Wyatt."
Well, as long as I get this goo to where it's going.
So it's at this point...
Do you need more details about what my sister looks like to help me, or can I not pull you away from this situation that you are currently embroiled in?
It feels like look. You can come to the station if you need something, or you could be hanged. Those are your options.
I didn't lose my sister. If the crime of losing my sister is being hung, I did not lose her. I know where she is. I'll go. Bye.
Well then, okay. Goodbye. Thank you. Glad we could help.
Isaac's gonna kind of like look at Wyatt and be like, I don't know.
All right, so they haven't yet put any hands on him or anything, right?
Yeah, no. Three more guys have come now, and they are trying to now cuff detain you with.
Yeah, that's not going to happen because Wyatt's going to
Fine
pull the
you.
pistol out, which is already racked,
Whoa,
and
what the-
he
He's
points
got
it
a
at the
gun, he's
guards.
got a gun.
The guards. It's like, all right, back up.
They go, whoa, he's got a gun.
That delivery.
These guys know a lot about guns for somebody who lives in medieval times.
They also, as soon as you pull a gun, they also pull out guns.
God damn it! I didn't plan for that.
So you have 5 guns trained on you, and they say, all right, put that down. Nobody has to get hurt. You just have to get hit.
Wyatt, you'll be all right.
That's exactly the thing, though, is that you hang somebody, it hurts.
I've never been told that by anybody that's been hanged.
Have you ever gone to like a basic anatomy class at all? Like, do you not?
No.
That checks out because you're a cop.
Of course not.
Yeah, so you guys need better training. Now what's going to happen here, I'm going to pay for these goods for my friends, and we're going to go complete our quests. And y'all will go back about your business.
Do you want to roll another empathy?
Yeah. I'm already stating, I'm pushing ahead of time.
Just a pre-push.
Is there anything that Isaac can do, like, in terms of... He's a stealthy little guy.
True.
May he hide somewhere and do some sort of stealthy?
What would you like to do?
I don't know. Oh! So I have the hacker ability. Dear Gunch God, would you consider allowing Isaac to hack the walkie-talkies and pretend to be someone else?
Yes. So what you would have to do then, it would be enter the astral plane. If you want to try to manipulate anything from a distance or do anything like that, it would be done in the astral plane.
Okay.
So Isaac enters the astral plane.
Enters the astral plane.
Then, so you're going to try to influence the device that they're communicating with.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, roll. What stat would that be for that kind of stuff? Maybe like an empathy? You're kind of feeling it out.
Yeah, what is... so empathy is... Okay. I have a 6. Do I need to roll for more 6s, or is just 1 enough?
No, so you can then, as you speak, you are now speaking through his communication device. In the astral plane, into the physical world.
Heard. So Isaac will say...
Should I roll empathy now, or?
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so what happens if you have a 6 and then the other one's not a 6 and you're pushing?
Anything that's a 6 is a success. If you're
Right.
pushing, it's just 1s that are sanity loss.
Okay. So if it's a 3, I can re-roll it, and then that's like the final thing, right? Almost
Yeah,
like...
just the 1s.
Okay. I can only re-roll once, or...
Yes.
Okay.
2 6s is a great success. You executed that perfectly, basically, because you rolled a 6 for every die that you rolled. Because you rolled 2 dice, right?
Correct.
Okay. All the officers are going to put their guns away and be like, "Oh, you're going to pay for it?"
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, that is an option as well. If you'd like to get these goods the proper way. All right, men. Back to business. This guy's gonna do it the right way.
All guards to the western side. There's trouble.
Oh, and we got to go to the western side anyways. So yeah, we're gonna hop over to the western side.
Western side.
And the shopkeep is like, So the interaction then, the exchanging of goods then.
So Wyatt turns the pistol on the... No. Wyatt puts the gun away and pulls out his wallet from within his robes and opens it to look at. Now, I originally had roughly $80 in cash. Is it still like U.S. currency, or is it like coins now or something?
Yeah, I guess you'd have to engage in the interaction. She's gonna be like, "What do you want?"
Well, clothes from me and my friends here. How much would that...
So 4 outfits? For full outfits, or you just shirts, pants, socks, shoes?
Wyatt glances to Isaac. Do you want like another hat, or are you good with that one?
I like this hat a lot.
Okay.
I think I'm fine. I don't think I need any new clothes.
Well, I mean, if you're a wizard...
So 3 sets of clothes then?
Yeah.
No pants for me. I'm. It's hard to buy them my size, and the ones I have fit fine.
That makes sense. She hands you...
What do you mean by that?
All of the...
Angelo, 2.5 outfits.
What are your preferences?
This is a designer shirt and designer pants. I'm not trading that for some surf.
Okay, so 1 shirt,
Angelo,
and then
I know you didn't listen to me regarding the goo consumption, but we need to blend in here. So if you're going to stick around with your robes, fine. But I think you having finer clothes than everyone else that we're probably going to interact with is probably not a good idea.
If you want to give me clothes, then I'll accept it. Thank you, Daddy. Wyatt.
Can you be my dad too?
Lore.
so okay, so that's gonna be
How much?
Or my dad?
just so this and this and this and this. Then so she pulls down a handful of things, and hands them to you, and say, "All right,
Bye,
have a good day."
lady.
Do I not pay you for these? Like what?
No, this is the exchanging of goods. I have exchanged my goods to you. You just can't you can't just steal. But yes, here you go. This is
Wait, so I could have just asked for these?
Yes. That's all you had to do. That is literally all I want.
That's all it says in
Where
my
the fuck
notes.
are we? He just grabs the stuff and walks away.
Goodbye.
All right.
Have a good day.
I'll learn
yeah,
a valuable
bye.
lesson.
What?
And Angelo is still rolling the keg to
I get it to the tavern door,
Yes.
and I'm like,
As soon as you get to the tavern door, the door opens and says, and the tavern keeper is right there. He's got a big grin on his face, and he says, "Oh, good. I'm so glad that you made it. Okay, this is going to last us at least a few more minutes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for getting this. Your reward."
yes.
Well, all right. As an adventurer, I'm sure this is going to be of great help to you. He pulls a little sheet of paper, a little parchment out of his pocket, and he hands it to you.
Kind of look
This is your reward.
stupidly at him, and I look at the paper.
It's a map of the village with an X on the well.
I flip it over.
It's blank. There's nothing on the other side.
It says turnover. Turnover to the other
Recipe
side.
for my mom's apple turnover.
Do you have any other quests?
No, it's one per customer.
All right, then let me get a goo to go.
Sure thing. He gets you a goo.
All right, I
Hands it to you.
get my goo with in the solo cup with the lid on it,
Yeah.
and I put it away, and
Put it away in your body, or just
He just absorbs it.
Are you gonna just drink it, or are you gonna save this?
I'm just holding on to it. This is my emergency goo.
Got it. The emergency for sure.
Then I'm gonna need a satchel for my stuff.
Was that you, or was that the tavern keeper?
The tavern keeper says. The tavern keeper. Tavern keeper. Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
Fuck it.
You can just put it where I put all of my stuff.
Oh, I don't have any compartments like you, Isaac.
Compartments.
I mean, also, it's just like a plastic cup with a plastic lid. If you put it in a bag, it's just gonna like get opened and spill all over the
It's
place.
gonna spill all over the place.
All right, I'm just holding on to my goo cup.
Cool. You also have a new quest item. Would you like to share with the class?
So I got this stupid map with the well, and you guys already went to the well. So
Yes, we've done things a bit out of order, it seems.
I see.
We must
See
go
what you
back
do
to
there,
the well.
Isaac.
Yes, Isaac. Wyatt, I really don't think you were in any danger there. In fact, when we looked into the well, there was some vision, just really an essence of a story. But maybe it was the last time they used the gallows, or every time they've used it. But I heard the sound of someone being hung, but I didn't hear them.
And yet you wanted to.
Like I heard the floor drop out, but I didn't hear the thud. I didn't hear the death throes.
Well, I heard you wanted to give me up. So what's that about?
I only mean that in this place, time, things don't always appear as they are. I think you would have been all right. In fact, I don't think you would have perished.
But you weren't sure.
I was sure you would see what we needed to see, at least.
And why? Just leaves their clothes and walk out.
well, if you guys explore the well in the astral plane, maybe we should explore it in the physical world because this map says that we should.
Yeah, I think let's hop up. I want to hop up onto the platform and take a look at the.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a super rudimentary
gallows.
setup, just like pulleys and simple lever, pull it, floor drops out. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Does it drop into the well?
It does.
We can try it on me if we want.
Aren't you a child?
I am a child. I'm very brave.
You are brave, Isaac, but why don't we just use the rope from the gallows to lower you into the well so we can see what's in there?
Wyatt's already cutting with his knife the ropes to try and tie them together. How many are there? Like, is it like a 2 or 3 per?
It's just the single.
It's a single one.
just a single
Okay.
post.
Is there any additional rope like around?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it look like it belongs to anybody?
It looks communal. It looks
It's
fairly
labeled.
communal.
It's labeled.
Okay.
There's communal rope, hanging rope. I mean,
Property of
Why-
guard captain Jost.
there's like 3 piles. It's like one for like public hangings, one for lynchings, and then one for like that kind of stuff.
Family affairs.
Yes.
Wyatt's gonna just lift one of
Erotic
the.
asphyxiation.
One's a special rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wyatt's gonna grab the rope and just be like, "I'm asking for this. I'm taking this." Just like just yelling out in the market square, so he doesn't
Like,
almost
one
get
dude
arrested
passed by,
again.
Like, okay, man, go ahead. That's
Thanks.
the communal
And
rope.
then-
All right.
ties the two.
Yeah, let's
together and-
fix it around Isaac's waist and lower him down into the well.
Okay.
Are you okay with that,
It's
Isaac?
like I'm a little angel.
Yeah.
How I don't mean to be rude, but how heavy is Isaac?
Well, he's a 10-year-old boy, so
Yeah, it's a
gotta be
10-year-old
like
play, like
60 pounds. Yeah.
All right.
60 tons in a robot body.
Yeah. So we're lowering Isaac into the well.
Wyatt will lower Isaac
Okay.
into the well by bracing against the side of it and like.
Isaac slowly lowers into the darkness of the well.
I'm behind Wyatt, too.
After a certain point, you can't see Isaac anymore. The rope feels loose. The weight goes away.
Okay.
Oh, like his weight is like removed from it.
Okay. Let's pull him back up.
He's not there.
Son of a bitch. All right.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, I think we just put him into another one of those rooms from the Guncheon.
Probably.
Yeah. I think we're all going to have to drop in here now.
I'd like to astral project first, down.
Okay.
I don't know if my body will follow me or not, but I'm gonna.
Worth a shot.
You see my body like that. That's sort of the robotic form take over, and my form. I'm gonna.
Wyatt will tie around George's waist and kind of like try to hold him in place so he doesn't fall like directly into the well.
Yes. So are you going to like jump into the well?
Just walk in, yeah.
Is-
Just
is your
step,
astral- your astral
step until I'm stepping over onto nothing. Yeah.
So your astral body does plummet, and your physical body begins to try to walk after you. You don't find yourself anywhere. You immediately feel lost. There is nothing. You don't even really get the sense that you're falling after a certain. You fall like a few feet. You become engulfed in sort of this darkness, and then you feel like you're in limbo. You're nowhere. You don't almost feel as if though you are out of existence right now. But your body is still trying to chase after you.
Okay, I continue to. I can't. I need to be near my body and I can't go back to it, can I?
You can snap back to your body if you'd like.
Oh, okay. I thought I had to go sit next to my body.
No. You can re-emerge whenever you like.
I'm gonna let it ride for a little bit.
Nothing changes. At a certain point, time as you feel it even begins to sort of dwindle away, and you just kind of like exist in this emptiness. There's nothing.
No loot in here.
No.
There's a +3 sword in here somewhere.
+3 sword. The Vorpal sword, yeah.
You can tell.
Nothing at all.
So after, after whatever amount of time exists in this place, out of time, I'll snap back to my body.
You snap back to your body, and it's just bones. Nobody's there. Everybody's dead. You've been gone for decades. Okay, you're back to your body. It's fine.
I'm down. I'd be down, dude. I'd be so.
Why
down.
just holding the rope like just?
Did I do that? No. So I come back to my body, and I'm like teetering on the edge of like the well, like looking at creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy. And I come back, and I take a step back, and I say that is not a way forward. To project
The astral.
down there.
Okay, so we have to do it through the physical world.
That's
So
right.
we have to be whole.
Enough heard. And Angelo's just going to walk to the opening in the gallows and jump through. Yeah, just fall through.
All right.
So
Everybody else gonna follow?
Wyatt will let the rope go, so that way George just plummets through. It has his body go. He just drops.
Oh, so you were holding me. I was still leaning again. Just
Yeah. Yep.
Shit.
All right, and you are in the village alone.
Wyatt will just hop, like, just vault over the edge of the well and just...
Cannonball?
Yeah, just...
Somehow through the mix, all of you land at the exact same time. It feels squishy. You landed on some sort of pile of something. All of you, again, at this same time, even though Isaac went in many, many moons before you, whatever happened in the threshold, you all get spit out at the exact same time. And you land on this squelchy, smelly pile. And you look around briefly, and there's torches on the walls, and you are in a cave. You look at the pile that you're on, and it's bodies that have been sitting and decaying. And you're all going to take a d20 of sanity.
Yuck. Isaac or George would like to say yuck.
I thought I was supposed to go alone, but now everyone is here.
Yes, Isaac. Sorry.
What happened?
Something happened with the rope.
Oh, sick. Nat 1.
Should I roll a d20, Noah? Or
Yes, everyone.
All right. I
Nat
thought
20.
you were going to roll.
Damn. I got a nat 1. It must be all that goo.
Angelo explodes.
Become desensitized.
12.
Goo sensitized.
Goose sensitized.
So you will take your sanity damage.
I've done it.
And
Do I take sanity damage?
yes, everyone who landed on the pile of bodies is going to take sanity damage.
Even though I rolled a 20?
No, you take
That
20.
means you took 20 sanity damage.
Oh, wait, that's how many? Oh, shit! Oh, shit. I was not paying attention.
You
I
just
thought
got
we were...
PTSD and had flashbacks.
You just
to
got
the-
PTSD majorly.
Wyatt just stares at the bodies with this distant look.
Yeah.
And at any point, if you cross your sanity threshold, let me know. Something will happen.
I mean, that's the
That is
hope.
just what your sanity is.
Down to
So,
0.
like, if you run out of sanity, if you go down to 0, let me know.
And that's the hope stat, right?
That is your
Oh,
hope
I
stat.
see.
So
Okay.
your sanity is your hope stat with a 0 on the end of it. So if it's
Time-
2,
so
it'd be
times
20,
10.
and then added 10.
Times 10 plus 10. Yes.
Times 10 plus 10.
Can I not roll sanity in the future because I cut my shit in half?
Okay.
Just asking.
I mean, you can. You can.
No, I know. I'm just.
You just.
It's just
You will.
the fact that it dropped by half is like, oh, I'm in danger.
Does Wyatt look pale? Does he what does Wyatt look?
He's visibly distressed at the side of the bodies. Like
Here,
he's certainly having flashbacks.
Here, do we have any water? Does anyone have any water? Anything to drink?
I know.
I got some goo.
I mean that'll probably do. He's gonna offer it to you, Wyatt. Here, just you need some sort of fluids.
Yeah. Use this to wash down that PTSD.
Angelo.
Isaac will try to lightly tap on your arm and sort of
Let's get off the pile. We can just pretend they're sleeping.
Yes, for sure.
and just sort of try to get you away from the situation. He's trying to comfort you as a fucking 10-year-old. Bro's yeah, we can pretend they're sleeping. It's okay. Let's just get away from the bodies.
Yeah, no. After a couple beats, Wyatt snaps back into it. Just
Are you gonna drink the goo?
he doesn't realize what he's being handed. He's obviously coming out of the flashback and stuff. So he downs the goo and just follows Isaac's.
How many goos is that?
I'm at 3. Yeah, 3.
Okay. As you step off the pile of bodies, the rest of the cave illuminates. Torches light up the walls. You're in sort of a long, cavernous hallway, and at the end of the hallway is a man strapped to a machine. He is strapped to a plank. His arms and legs are tied above him and below him,
I thought this was gonna get really weird.
and his mouth is gagged.
Oh,
Oh, it got weird. Okay.
This must be the man from the vision. This might be a criminal of the town. We'll have to, be careful.
Does it? Wyatt will check for if there's any attachments or anything like that.
Yeah, let's approach.
Leading to that stuff.
Are you going to walk towards him?
Take a few steps towards him. Yeah.
As you take your first step towards the machine that he's strapped into, you hear a crank begin to turn.
This shit.
As it begins to stretch, and you just hear through his muffled scream, "I'm gonna no!" Is you hear as he begins to stretch out.
I immediately
Okay.
Wyatt immediately takes a step back.
It does not unstretch the machine, but it does stop.
Huh. I think this might be one of those cases where we try it in astral form.
I'm with you, Angelo.
George, why don't you do your thing?
It's all of our thing. We can all.
Yeah, but the goo's kind of messing with my head a little
Wyatt,
bit.
your expertise might be helpful if we are going to approach that.
Yeah, Wyatt immediately closes his eyes and
Let's do it.
leaves his body.
And
Isaac holds on to their two physical bodies.
So we're gonna try and.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give Isaac a hand there.
Smart. So you guys enter the astral plane, and in the astral plane, you see a replication of the machine, but it is covered in flesh. It looks like it's cobbled together with body parts, mishmash bits of people and animals and things, tendrils sticking out of it, and all that kind of stuff. It's even writhing a little bit, like it's still kind of alive.
Don't like that. That's gross.
I mean, if you'd like to take a D4 of sanity, you absolutely can.
I'm good. I see this stuff like this all the time.
That was a choice. No, I gave you the
No,
choice.
I'll take
You
it.
said
That's
you'll
the
both,
thing.
You'll both take a D4 of sanity.
I don't have that much left.
I know.
Me neither. Nah, I'm just kidding.
So,
I
because
didn't roll a 3.
Okay, so that's a 2.
Well, you didn't see it. You didn't see it because you didn't enter the astral plane, correct?
Yeah, correct. No, I meant
So you
earlier.
didn't-
I meant
Oh.
So it's
earlier.
2
Of the
more off the
D20,
top.
I got a 3 and thought I was fucked, but I was actually totally chilling. So
I could drink
I guess
a lot more
Wyatt had the
goo.
lowest. It makes sense considering his background. Okay, so we take the sanity damage.
Can
and
we
then-
approach in astral form?
Yes, because they're holding your bodies back. So,
Okay, so let's.
yeah.
Wyatt, come with me.
If you approach the machine in the astral plane, it does not affect it at all in the physical world.
Okay.
There we go.
Did you mention if the guy was in the machine still, or?
No, so he's not in the astral plane. He's still the physical body is there, but there is no astral
Okay.
projection of him there.
I got you. Okay.
There's no way I can compel him to make him astral project at all.
No.
No way I can try and affect his
Can't
spirit.
compel
I'm gonna
him,
try. I'm gonna
unfortunately.
try and be doing that.
But
I don't know if I
unfortunately,
can.
you cannot.
I'm just gonna try a little bit. I'm gonna do some. I'm just gonna.
It doesn't work. There's a will, there's a way.
Well, is there anything we can see back behind him, like in this sort of corridor?
It's
Yeah.
just the machine itself. It is radiating sort of a similar glow to the well, but it's more of like a red this time.
And can we get a
Angry
closer
red.
look at this guy? Does he look like he's
Oh,
bad
yes.
and mean?
Yes.
So we're cool.
No,
if
he
gets
looks like
stretched, or-
he just looks like a normal dude.
Strapped
you
to a
can't, you
BDSM
can't
chair.
discern anything really about
It's
his
too-
morality and his anything from him being stuck in the machine.
So you said there are tentacles and stuff around there.
Yeah, so the entire machine itself is kind of flesh covered with tendrils and bits, and they're all sort of wiggling and moving like they're alive.
Okay.
We only saw that in the astral plane.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
so
It
can
looks
we
like a
affect
normal-
the parts that we can only like those tentacle parts? Can we affect and effectively
can
feel
try.
those? I'd like to approach the parts that we can only see in the astral plane.
Yeah.
And say to Wyatt, look, there appears to be some. It appears to exist in both realms, and try and.
Would you like to manipulate it in some way?
Well, first just touch it, see if I can.
Yeah, you
if-
can.
if
You
it-
can feel it.
And if am I affecting it? If it's like squishy, does it like squish in as I?
Yeah. It doesn't seem to affect it in the physical world from what you can see in the pass
Yeah.
through. But yeah, it feels as though it were a tangible object and it would react in the way that you would think.
Maybe we can remove parts of this here.
Yeah. Wyatt will, having seen that it's all fleshy bits, will kind of I don't know, mentally target the furthest little tendril thing and try and see if he can ignite it in his astral form.
Interesting. Okay. So, and of course, in your physical forms, Angelo and Isaac are just you guys are just walking towards.
NPC.
Well, Wyatt's hand is gonna his physical hand's gonna come up and he's gonna try a Jedi mind wave thingy.
So you're trying to somehow
Make it
relate
your
your
yeah
brand to it somehow.
yeah.
Just make a wits roll.
Can I assist in that?
Yes.
And
How would you assist?
I'm one. So as far as translating the astral form to him, just like trying to coach him on existing in this body. I'll just say like some things. In fact, maybe I'll quote: Is there any Gunch literature that we have? Is there any Gunch?
You might have been aware of some like doctrines or
so
like occult
I'll
teachings. Yeah.
I'll read a quote about the eternal ice cream, and that it involves going beyond your limits in order to achieve perfect like lactose intake. George is going to say you must extend your limits beyond. You must accept new realities. You must tolerate lactose.
So how does that help?
You must tolerate lactose rules. So roll wit and you'll get a +1.
Yeah,
you plus 1 die, so you'll roll an
extra die.
additional die.
All right, so that would be 4. I'm gonna push it because I have a 1 on there, so I'll re-roll. Or I can't re-roll that one, right? One state.
You cannot re-roll a 1. That is going to be sanity loss.
That would be sanity loss. Fuck it, I'm giving it away like whatever. So I have 2 6s. And
okay,
I lose.
great.
And that's 1 point of sanity removed.
You will lose 1 sanity. So as you feel up this thing, you do sort of, the brand on your arm will begin to glow as you are specifically trying to make it react. Mm-hmm. It is going to begin to glow, and you feel this sort of burning sensation coat both of your palms as you grab onto a tendril. Nothing happens in particular, but you do feel like a link and a greater understanding of what it is. And I'm going to message it to you because nobody else can know.
No, it's okay. You can tell us.
Secret. Also, while they are astral projecting, Isaac is definitely talking to this guy. So I would love to resolve that whenever.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we'll do that scene. So you are talking to him. What do you say?
Oh, yeah. So Isaac is holding on to both of his friends who are doing concerning things.
So, hi, I'm Isaac. I'm You can't talk. Great. What's your name?
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew?
Mm-hmm.
This worked way better than I thought it was gonna. Hi, Bartholomew. Hi, Bartholomew. Do you know how long you've been here?
Mm-mm.
Do you know how to get you out of the machine that you're in?
Mm-mm.
Would you like to be taken out of the machine that you were in?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you a part of the cult, Bart?
Mm-hmm.
You don't mind if I call you Bart, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Wow, already at nickname stage. This is great. I'm making so many friends.
Mm-hmm.
Bart, have other people tried to help you out of this machine?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. How did you know that us stepping forward was going to hurt you, or were you just reacting to how you were hurt as it was happening?
Do you know what happened to these people in the pile behind us? You do? Okay. Oh, you don't know.
Bartholomew, you've changed your tone of voice, and now I don't know if I want to let you out of the machine. Bartholomew, Bart, are you a good guy?
Yeah, the cult will do that to you, buddy. Was this pile of bodies here before you got here?
It seems like you might be telling a lie, Bart. I don't want to call you a liar after just becoming your friend. But you said no, the pile of bodies was not there. And then you said yes, it was.
Misunderstood the question.
Okay. So, if we step towards you, you get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
If I step to the left...
And then Isaac is going to try and, take a lateral step to the left. Does anything happen to this guy? He's,
No.
kind of, pulling these guys. Okay.
No.
So then he's going to kind of try to continue to maneuver, closer to where the machines are, but not moving forward. Does that make sense? If this were a claw machine, I'm just lining up the side-to-side aspect
Gotcha.
before the back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and I guess...
He's pretty central in the room.
I see. Okay.
Just against a wall. That is, again, across a cavernous hallway front to you.
Bart, do you know who put you in here?
Mm-mm.
Did you just wake up in there?
Mm-hmm.
Is Bart clothed?
He's got a little, bottom
Bart, is
part
that
on,
your
but no, he
pee-pee?
does not... He does not...
He just has a loincloth.
He does not have pants or a shirt on, but he does have a groin covering.
PG-13.
So anyway, back to the astral plane.
So you said that touching the thing didn't do anything to it, though, right?
Not with what you were trying to do.
Okay.
Wyatt, do you think you
were
can
trying
dismantle
to
it?
you were just trying to pass some inherent you stuff to
Yeah.
it. You weren't
Right.
necessarily, from what I understood, you weren't necessarily trying to manipulate it further.
You gonna say something, George?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Wyatt, do you think we can release the man who we can't hear them speaking, right? So we don't know his name.
No.
But okay, do you think we can release the?
I don't know
man?
yet. No, let me try something else, and then that's when Wyatt's gonna like focus more and try to like see if he can extend the flames to the rest of his like astral form.
Try again. Just try the empathy.
Was it empathy or wits?
Wait, it was wits the first time. It's going to be empathy this time.
1-6.
Okay. With 1-6, you kind of grab it, you grab a hold of it. You'll so as you kind of grab, you kind of focus what you're trying to do here. Whatever cosmic energy did this to you, and you manage to kind of put that into the tendril that you're holding, and it just sort of evaporate, like it just turns to sort of like this wispy
energy. Ash thingy.
Like it just
Okay.
turns into like energy basically.
Okay. So once Wyatt does that,
And it's sort of like writhes around a little bit more, like it's like
like the whole thing.
the whole thing.
The whole fleshy bit.
Vision
Okay.
made your vision made real. Wyatt.
It seems so. So I mean,
Is there any change in the physical realm after that, or do we have to hop back?
Not yet.
it's basically what I'm
Nothing yet. So that was just one little bit of it, but the machine itself is still kind of in the same
right.
state that it was.
Maybe we shoot it.
You don't have
Blast
the
it.
gun. You don't have your gun in the astral.
I don't have my gun.
I mean, let's go get him.
Is there anything else you'd like to try here? I mean, would George like to take a crack at manipulating
Yes.
or investigating the machine?
Yes. I mean, as far as I understood, I thought so he took off. There's still a ton of tentacle mass around it.
He was trying to do something very specific to it. So
Okay.
so Wyatt was specifically trying to extend a particular type of energy to the machine. It reacted to in a specific way.
Wyatt, do you think we can manipulate this machine in some way in the astral form?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Trying to see if. I mean,
I'll try it.
I know it's
I've got
pretty literal,
Bang
but
and-
this says scorched flesh on it. There's a
Oh,
giant
you
thing of
thought
flesh
that's
here.
Flesh?
Yeah.
Well,
so,
what if we could bend these tendrils to our control? Maybe it has something to do with us. I'll try.
Take a wits roll.
So I'm gonna walk forward and I'm gonna attempt, to like command them to like kind of release. Let's push that. You can if you can push stuff if it's a 1 on your first roll.
No.
Right.
Anything
Oh.
that is a
Okay.
1 stays a 1.
I'm still gonna push it, even though I had a couple 1s on there. Okay. 1 success.
Okay, with the 1 success, you sort of have like a just as a general deeper knowledge of the occult here. You just sort of tap into this a little bit simpler, and you're just trying to manipulate it as a whole, as opposed to what Wyatt was doing, which was specifically trying to perform a certain thing.
Sure.
You're just trying to manipulate it in a more broad way, and it responds to your command. What are you trying to get it to do?
If it's like wrapped around certain parts of the machinery, I'm trying to get them to release it and kind of like untangle if the tentacles are
Yeah.
like tangled between each other. I'm trying to like provide some order toward that
Right.
for them.
So
and-
similarly, similarly to what happened when Wyatt touched the tendril, is it sort of just begins to like evaporate and mist away into like different sort of cosmic particulate.
Yeah.
Up until the point the machine is no longer there in the astral plane. At a certain moment in the physical world, once this happens in the physical world, the man in whomst you are speaking to vanishes. The machine itself vanishes, just gone.
The machine vanishes or the guy's gone?
Both.
Oh.
And in its place is an open door into the next area.
Snap
So
back to my
Isaac
body.
is. Oh, okay. Because it also. Okay.
So you guys snap back to you.
Yeah.
You guys snap back to your bodies, and the guy is gone.
Wow,
Holy shit, that worked.
you guys did it.
Bart, no!
yeah. His name was Bart, by the way. Really
Oh.
chill
I
guy.
had intended to talk to him a little bit, learn about why he was here.
Oh, I did. I talked to him. He doesn't remember how he got here. He just woke up here. He doesn't remember anyone who put him here. He might have been here before the pile of bodies, but they also might have come after him. He was kind of suspicious in his answers about that. And then he said that, well, I didn't catch everything that he said, but when I asked him if he was good or bad, he started to say a lot of words, and I think what he said was that good and bad is relative, and it's hard to say whether or not he is a good or bad guy.
But he was a part of the occult, so.
That is true.
Yeah, sure. That whoever applied that gag did a horrible job. If you got all of that while he was,
A loosely applied gag.
that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, Isaac. Maybe we'll find more folks, members of the cult, throughout the Guncheon. But it appears, are the bodies still behind us? Or did they disappear too?
Yes, the bodies are still there, and they smell bad.
So Wyatt's gonna look at his hands. Is there any like noticeable difference, like on the mark and all that stuff?
It's sort of begun to glow, but it's sort of started to glow red, but it's not glowing as brightly as Angelo's.
So Wyatt's gonna just try and recreate it in the real world, like try to like flame on essentially.
Just do an empathy roll.
We got to keep moving. I'm starting to get really thirsty.
Agreed.
You have anything left, Wyatt? Did you drink all that goo?
I think he did. What, they're the PTSD goo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PTSD goo.
That was goo. You gave me goo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not sure of its nutritional properties, but you seemed out of sorts.
It's fine. It's fine.
And what did
Everything's
you
fine.
roll here?
I'm gonna push for the second one. I got 1-6. I got the same roll, just 1-6.
Okay, so you do like you feel this tingling sensation, like you're trying very hard to get this to work, whatever you're doing, and it you feel something, you feel like you're close, but you just might need a little extra push.
Kind of just edging with it. Okay.
You're edging with it, yes.
All right.
Pressing on? Question mark?
Yeah, we're both.
Angelo had expressed a desire to keep moving forward on the hunt for goo.
I'm kind of already halfway down this corridor.
Let's go.
So you enter into the next room. Immediately, you look around you. You're no longer in a cave, but you're in some sort of facility. There's this low glow of fluorescent lights that is illuminating concrete walls and floors, and there is a metal door on the other side of the room. But between you and that door are two people in cultist robes, which they're sort of like leaned down over a broken pipe that is spewing goo. And they're sort of hunched over it.
The ice cream machine continues to churn.
Isaac is gonna try to see if he can
They don't notice you right away.
Ooh, perfect. Even better. Isaac would like to stealth over and see if he can recognize their faces.
Okay. Yeah, just do an agility. Just run it down on the agility style.
Put it down the agility style.
Third.
Busting it down agility style.
Yeah, God.
Can I get that in and out? Give you the agility style.
Like fraud enough.
Okay, agility is 5. Bye-bye, tiny dice.
I would love to roll agility too, but I don't have it.
Okay.
But I'm not going to.
I too shall push it. I've lost 1 sanity, but I have 2 6s now.
Okay, so you have good control of your little robo body, and you can kind of quietly get into a position where, both of these guys are sort of like hunched over, they're on their knees just like shoveling goo into their mouths.
I see.
Both of their hoods are up, but as one is shoveling goo into its face, you kind of get like around, and you're sort of in their periphery, but they haven't noticed you. Where you can see their face, and his hood comes down, and the entire side of his face is iridescent and looks as though it is the goo itself is beginning to consume it from the inside out. His flesh is torn, and the goo is seeping out of all of his pores and orifices as he just continues to shovel it into his face.
Isaac is appropriately horrified.
Yeah.
Angelo can't contain himself anymore, and I'm gonna walk over with my coffee mug and just, without saying a word to these guys, just get me a big steaming coffee mug of this goo.
Roll a empathy. Do an empathy roll, because they might just be cool with that.
You guys gonna finish that?
Logistical question: are you scooping it out of the general goo or out of this guy's face?
No, the fountain of goo. I'm a chocolate fountain.
Is this on tap?
I'm a chocolate fountain. I got 1 6 and 2 sanity.
Okay, so they kind of like stop and look at you, and you sort of like they just watch as
I'm gonna hold up my glowing arm and scoop with the other arm the coffee mug.
So as you scoop, they're just like watching you intently. You're gonna take a sip, I assume.
Oh yeah.
As you start to consume, they just go back. They're just like continue to consume as well.
Cool. Then I'm gonna go ahead and finish my coffee mug of goo because I'm super parched.
Roll a D66.
Got it. This is my 8th one. 21.
Okay, 21. You said. That's going to be nothing. However, that's nothing on your trauma. However, you are going to black out again. You just fall over. You begin to cry as your body is unconscious. Out of your tear ducts pours void goo, as this purple iridescent life energy begins to pool from your eyes. You also are going to have a vision, which I'm going to message to you.
Oh no! If he's copy pasting, we're actually cooked. If this is a copy pasted vision, we are cooked.
Copy pasta vision.
Yeah, it's. I'll have you know, I graduated at the top of my class.
Allegedly.
How's that? Is that awesome or what? Anyway, so now Angelo is on the ground having a horrible time. Once again, sort of writhing and seizing. The fellas consuming have not noticed you guys yet still, and they're not reacting to.
We need to return
Angelo's.
him to his. We need to return Angelo to his body. So.
Well, I think you did that pretty well last time.
Isaac, Isaac, I will shout across. Can you return Angelo to his? Can you help Angelo?
Yeah, I can do that.
When you shout to Isaac, just roll 1d6. I'm gonna roll 1 too.
Me?
And yes, just roll 1d6.
I mean, you are yelling.
And if you roll higher than me, a good thing happens. If I roll higher than you, a bad thing happens.
Okay. If I roll higher than you, something good for me happens. I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 3. Okay.
Ha!
They don't
You
notice.
can counter.
Of course not.
They are still just
Sage
so
whisper.
enamored by the
Isaac!
food that they're trying to consume. And as you do notice, at this point, as they're consuming, more of their body begins to sort of turn into the goo itself as their robes sort of slop off of their body. And you just see like they're not wearing any other clothes, and they're just sort of all these physical human being shaped goo piles.
We should probably get out of here.
I think that'd probably be a good idea.
Angelo is still in his
Yeah,
stupor.
Isaac. Will you
Yeah.
Get Angelo.
Isaac will be astral projecting, to be sure.
Okay, you enter the astral plane. As soon as you enter the astral plane, Isaac, you see Angelo's body, of course, sort of like floating away. But you also see the 2 cultists. They are screaming. The entire room, the entire astral plane is filled with the sound of their agony as they are clawing their way back to their bodies, but for some reason they can't return.
Okay. Isaac's first. I see that. Great.
So you see that. You see that.
Isaac is just gonna immediately be like, "Don't worry, Angela, I've got you." And
What's up, dude?
saw, dude. And he's
What's
just
up, my Rizzler?
It looks like you've got that Ohio Skibbity Riz right now.
Skibbity toilet.
That's unlucky.
Yeah.
It's okay, don't worry. And then he's just gonna like try to like jump to like catch him and like get him and push him back into his body.
Oh.
Yep, and then he snaps back.
Ugh.
And again, you now have an understanding of the thing that I sent you.
And I'm a look at my arm and touch the words.
Awesome, cool character moment.
Oh.
The other thing that Isaac is gonna do is he's gonna turn to the cultists. Hi, can I help you? Do you need help?
Yeah, they're immediately going to help, please help, please help, please.
Okay. And then he's just gonna like start trying to like push their bodies to their body because they're like already crawling there, right?
Yeah, do an empathy roll.
Heard. You'd think after the third one of these that I'd remember how many dice that is, but not yet. Here we go. I have 1 6.
Okay, so you take one of the cultists and you kind of start, as you did with Angelo, start to shove him back into his body. What you guys see in the physical world is at the moment that Isaac puts the cultist's soul or astral projection back into his body, he flattens. The goo of his body fully turns back into liquid form and he becomes part of the mass, no longer existing. At the sight of this, the other one, and so this is just Isaac, in the astral plane, the other one will see this happen sort of through the haze, and his terror increases tenfold, and he begins to try to like swim through the astral plane away from his body as he screams at you like, "Get away from me! No! I can't do this! I can't do this! No!
So you don't want to go back to your body then?
No!
Okay, I'm gonna go back to mine now. It was nice meeting. Hi, I'm Isaac. Have you seen my sister Judith?
Just screaming, just
Yeah.
complete hysteria.
That's about right. Isaac is just gonna go back to his body.
You return to your body, and there's only one guy there now eating goo.
Isaac, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah,
Well, so they were saying, help me, and that they were trying to get back into their bodies. So I pushed one of their souls to their bodies, like what I did with Angela, but then something happened, and then the other guy started yelling and was really more afraid than before.
Jesus Christ.
Which happens sometimes, but I don't think it was related to me. And so he didn't want to be pushed back, and so I just went back to my body.
So when you pushed him in his body, he turned into the goo.
Was that bad?
Goo.
Should I
Yeah.
not have done that?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but
Well, you did nothing wrong, Isaac. You did what he asked you to.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that he would turn into goo.
no, I'm
You're a
not
good boy,
blaming
Isaac.
you. I want to be clear.
And I'm gonna bend down and fill my coffee mug up with goo.
Angelo,
Like, this
You're
one's for
drinking
the
Isaac
road.
is softly weeping by himself
People.
from the compliment. It is just too much.
Yeah, D4 of sanity to Isaac specifically as well.
George would like to take a look at the guy now who's constantly eating, he would like to just like kneel down and look at him and try and get a look at his facial features and just like look like trying to understanding like what's left here.
You can pretty much see through him like glass, or like just you basically see the universe inside of him as he still sort of has his facial structure. He still has the physical outline of his body, but at this point, as he's continued to consume, it has pretty much covered him from head to toe, and there is no flesh left. It is just goo, but somehow the physical form is still holding on.
Angelo, do you think this will happen to you?
I hope not. That's pretty wild.
I don't think you should drink that anymore.
Oh,
yeah, you're drinking that guy.
Well, I got this from the fountain.
You don't know that. It's spilling over.
Well, it appears to be.
Did you guys want some?
We've had some.
No.
We
Oh,
will,
okay.
we will have some.
You know what?
All right.
Knock yourself out.
Literally.
Has
Whatever
Is
floats your
goo
boat, buddy.
anything like whiskey? My dad drinks a lot of whiskey, like this.
No, it's different.
Like this, Isaac, no. Yeah, so this poor sap is just consuming himself
well, let
to
him.
death.
Let him.
Is there anything else in the room other than
No.
these guys?
Should
at
we
this
seal the
fountain?
pipe? I mean, we don't want to. Clearly, it goes somewhere.
Wyatt's gonna press.
Well, what will that do to this guy that's drinking it? You know?
Well, I mean, what?
Oh, that's a great point. Isaac, I think, will go to this person who is drinking it and try to, like, stop the body from drinking it.
Okay, great.
Is that-
He's gonna.
Angelo's gonna hold on, hold on. Angelo, with a little bit of understanding of like the goo and the craving that I have, is gonna back away and kind of like go towards the door.
So as Isaac approaches the now not man, it's going to swipe at him to push him away. And we're gonna do just a single like kind of combat encounter here where you are going to roll. So you're gonna roll strength, whatever your strength is. And if you roll more sixes than me, you
Okay.
have an opportunity or whatever.
Oh, so it's like contested rolls. Okay.
Yeah.
I have 1-6, which is honestly more than I was expecting to get.
I also rolled 1-6. So we're both gonna take our turn, kind of. So he's going to swipe at you, and as he hits you, you're gonna take one damage from unarmed damage there. So you're gonna take 1 damage, 1 HP. But as he hits you, it sort of splashes you with the goo, and his arm disappears. And as it makes contact with you, this is going to count for you taking 1 goo, drinking 1 goo.
In
It's
your
gonna get
nose?
into your holes.
My little goo.
In your holes.
But his arm is going to completely dissipate. Like, it's just going to become goo as it makes contact, like splashing water. And he's down an arm now. And then you will have an opportunity to fight back. So you have a reaction here where you can basically do anything in return. You could fight back, basically just do a damage back. I mean, he's going to take a damage for his arm getting hurt.
Or evaporating.
Interesting. That's just what this encounter is going to be. I did it wrong. I apologize. That's what's going to happen. You're just going to take a damage. He's going to take a damage, and then he's going to go back to kind of eating as he swipes at you.
Yeah,
and you
Isaac
kinda
looks
back
like
away.
we can't really interrupt the process here.
I say leave the man to his goo. Let's get these artifacts.
I don't think he's coming back to his body anytime soon, so I guess that's not a problem. I got hurt just now.
So did you get like thrown across the room?
Yup.
Like
No. It was basically like just being smacked. Just like literally like being slapped across the face, but it was wet. And you
Is there a way out of
gain
here?
one
Is there a way out of
drink.
this?
There is a door on the other side of the room, but it is closed right now.
Wyatt will pull out the gun, point it at the guy's temple, and pull the trigger without even saying anything to the rest of the group.
I don't think you need to roll for that. You are going to lose an ammo.
No.
Yeah, that's
but you
fine.
put the guy down, and the door opens.
All right.
Wyatt, your instincts are spot on.
Yeah.
It's okay, that guy's soul wasn't coming back to his body anytime soon. So, I think a mercy killing?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've had to do that a lot.
Bragging now.
Cool.
Are we?
Isaac will kind of like reach up and like do a comfort pat, and then he's just gonna kind of like start walking towards the door.
So I guess we just go through, right?
It seems to be the only way to get out of here.
The only way out is through.
It's okay, I'll be brave.
And Isaac will go first again.
Yeah, I have you guys all walk through. You step through the threshold once again, and you feel a nice, cool breeze on your face. It's nighttime around you, but there is a dense fog, and you are standing in what appears to be the middle of a street. You look around, and it is this super dense fog. Turn around, the door seals behind you, and it appears to be a part of a structure that is a 50-plus foot tall wall of concrete that appears to go on forever in either direction, as far as you can tell through the fog, with these just sort of blinking red lights that you can see going on in the distance. It appears as though you are outside, and looking forward down the street, you see the brief outline of a neon sign. It appears to be a truck stop diner. Exit the Guncheon is a Gunchpot production, starring Ryan as George Conway, Amissus as Isaac, MeesterE as Wyatt Harding, and Jeremiah Jackson as Angelo. And me, the Guncheon Master himself, who wrote, voiced NPCs, edited, and brought you to the Guncheon. Theme song by Austen Reno, key art by Amissus. Additional sound effects and music from MeesterE. Thank you everybody for watching, and of course, as always, see you next time.